Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I know it's been a while since I last posted. If I'm being honest, I kind of hit a brick wall in terms of ideas and a drive to record anything. But I'm back. I'm going to be doing things a little bit different from now on. I'm not going to be posting 2 times a week. I'm going to be posting 1 time a week, and that's going to be on Sunday. So I hope that you are able to tune into those videos and that you like them. And as always, if you have any video requests or just anything you want to see, don't be afraid to leave it in the comments below. I'd love to know what you guys would like to see and what would interest you. Okay, so let me give a little bit of an update before I kind of go into what today's video is about. I got my degree in the mail, so I'm officially done school, and I'm so happy, so excited. I feel so blessed to finally be done. I mean, I enjoyed my 4 years, I think, but I'm so happy that I didn't have to do an extra semester, or that COVID didn't cause me to have to spend a little bit longer in school, because in all honesty, I was done. I was mentally and emotionally just at my breaking point, and so I'm happy to be done. I'm happy that God brought me through those 4 years and that I was able to succeed and get my degree. I have started working more on my personal business. If you don't know, I'm a photographer. My business is called Bees Photography, and it's going well. I'm excited. I'm happy. I've been getting a lot of support from friends and families, and it's just been amazing, and I'm so excited to continue on that journey. And in terms of like work for me at this point, I'm really opening myself up to God leading me where He wants me to go work-wise. I'm thinking, I have thoughts as to what I want to do or where I think God is leading me, but I don't want to share them just now. I have a lot of things that I'm passionate about, and I have a lot of things that, not tooting my own horn, the Jamaican almost came out, that I'm good at, and so it's like I'm trying to put all those things together, and create a job, an income source for myself. And so that's the path that I'm on, and I'm really excited to see where it leads. And I hope that you guys are doing good during this time. I hope that, you know, you're back in school and work. Well, not school, it's summertime, but I hope that you're making the most of the summer despite everything that is going on. I'm going to go into what today's video is about right about now. Alright, so for today's video, I want to do a little bit of a chat with you about how my Christian journey started, how it progressed, and where I'm at right now. It's not going to be super detailed. That I want to do for another video, but this is just kind of like an introduction, you know, how I became a Christian, where I'm at now, and, you know, a little bit of what happened in between. So for those of you who don't know, I was born in Jamaica, grew up in Jamaica. If you don't know, Jamaica is a very religious country, and majority of the people who reside in Jamaica are Christians. There are a lot of denominations there, I will say, but you know, they are majority Christian. I think Jamaica has the most churches per square mile of any country, I believe. Yeah, we have a lot of churches, and our schools are religious. All schools are religious, so we have daily worship and stuff like that. God is implemented into school, you know, in every school down there, I believe. And so it's like, once you're born, and if your parents are not really of another religion, you're just Christian, I guess, by association. And so for me, like, I didn't grow up in my younger days going to a church, but I had very religious parents, and well, not very religious, I had religious parents, or spiritual parents, and my school, of course, we had worship, we prayed a lot, we learned about God, we had devotion every morning, we prayed before lunch, we prayed at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. So, you know, we knew Jesus. It wasn't until, and my dad used to bring us to church, not every Sunday, but he used to bring us to church, you know, once in a while. So it wasn't until I was about, I want to say 8-ish, that we started going to church. my mom went back to the Adventist church, which is the church that she grew up in. And so we all started going to church, and you know, it became a routine. Every Sabbath, every Saturday we were there, and I slowly started, you know, liking the experience, making friends there, and it was a good thing for us. My sister decided to get baptized, my older sister. She's older by 3 years, and so, you know, I was just like, oh, let me do it too. It seems fun. I love water. So I was like 8, 9 at this point, and so while I understood who Jesus was and what baptism was, I didn't know who Jesus was, if that makes sense. So anyways, I decided to get baptized. It was really nice. We got baptized by Pastor DaCosta in Jamaica at Palmas Cross, and we were allowed to go in the pool at the same time. So that was just an amazing experience that I'll always remember and cherish. Like, that's something that we got to do together, and I appreciated it. And I remember I was so happy and proud of myself for getting baptized, and I went to school and I told everyone, and I was just so proud of myself, and I was just so happy. Now, after that happened, we stayed at that church until we moved to Canada, and there was just ups and downs. I had a tough time adjusting to certain things. I didn't understand or respect some of the rules. Something just scared the Whew. Sorry. As I was saying, I didn't understand or respect some of the rules, and so that was a hard thing for me. You know, also I was dealing with my own internal struggles that I didn't feel like the church was addressing, and there was just a lot of politics, I'd say, like just a lot of politics, and you know, things that I didn't expect to see in a church. And so I was discouraged. I was just like, oh, what kind of church is this? And so I started, like, you know, I don't know, like, it was a weird thing. I love church, I enjoy church, but some of the people is what got to me. So that was a whole thing. That was a struggle for me. And I feel like I rebelled in a lot of ways, again, because I was going through my stuff personally in terms of family and school and all of that. And then church just didn't seem to always be what I thought it would be. And so I was just like, I might as well just live my life, and I'll do what I think is right, but I'm not sure if it's right. It was a confusing time in my life. And then again, I was like in my early teens, so I was really trying to figure out who I was, what I wanted to be, the person that I wanted to be. And I felt like too, I was battling between this image of like what I should be and who I really was. And it's like, I didn't know how to come out and be like, I just do this because I know it's right, but it's not my true intentions. That's not my default person, right? And the thing is, my default person wasn't always the best person, but the fact that I couldn't come out and be like, this is who I am, I didn't have anybody saying, okay, let's work on this together, or hey, let's create something that, you know, I can help you to be better, or I can pray for you in that sense, or anything like that. I just, you know, I kept trying to figure it out on my own. And at 13, 14, you know, that's just it's not the best thing in my opinion. I didn't have experience. I didn't know what to do with my life. And I didn't feel like I could talk to anyone, which looking back, I did have people to talk to, but I didn't know how to. And I felt like a lot of times people didn't initiate conversations with me about certain things. And so I just didn't talk about it. And then I moved to Canada in grade 10. And then things just started getting even worse because I had to now find a new church, meet new people. The first church that I went to, I won't call any names, they weren't very friendly, and so I didn't make any friends. I was there for a year, no one really spoke to me. And then I went to another church and I started making friends there, and you know, we started feeling more at home. I made one friend in particular, and we're still friends to this day, God be praised. It was an interesting situation how we became friends, so that's another story. And then again, in this church, things just started to go downhill. There's a lot of politics, a lot of, you know, behind the scenes story things going on. And again, I was like, God, like, what's happening? If this is your church, if this is your people, you know, like, why are all these bad things happening? Why are all these bad people in good positions? Because at this point, I still didn't realize that, you know, church is just a healing place for sick people. So we're all still sick and sin-filled and just trying to figure it out. And that, you know, the church isn't God. You know, God is the head of the church, but it isn't God, and that not everything that happens within the church, God didn't cause it to happen, but he allowed it to happen because we still have freedom of choice and free will. So that was a tough time for me. I felt betrayed by a lot of people that I had grown to love and to trust. And, you know, at this point I was like questioning God. I was just like, yo, like, is this what you want me to do? Is this where you want me to be? And if it's not, open a door. And then that is when I ended up at the church that I'm at today. Ironically, it's called Hope. Sorry. Hope. And I remember just feeling so overwhelmed with love and acceptance, and just feeling like it was home, you know, despite not knowing anyone. And I think I was growing in my spiritual life as well, especially because of school and, you know, just entering into young adulthood. I was starting to have a relationship with God for myself. And it was at this point that I started to understand that no one is perfect. And I can't expect perfection from imperfect people. And so even though this is church, even though we're all Christians and we're all God-fearing people, some of us, even though we all claim to be, let me say that, you still have people in there who are going to hurt you, who are going to do things that, you know, have bad intentions, or just, you know, sometimes they have good intentions and it just doesn't work out either. And so I went with, you know, not this expectation that everyone's going to be perfect and nice and loving, but knowing that, you know, the people aren't what I go to church for. It's to worship God, and the people are a huge part of it, but they shouldn't be your focus. You know what I'm saying? And so as I grew, I was just like, okay, this is what it is. Imperfect people, perfect God. And I just had to live with that. I was blessed with an amazing Pastor Perrin. And I think too, like, he really helped me in solidifying my relationship with God, and understanding that at the end of the day, we're all people. We're all figuring it out, and we're all on our own journeys. And so to not be disappointed or discouraged because a brother or a sister isn't able to live up to the standard that I think that they should be living up to. It was during this time that I really started to, like, have my own personal, like, relationship with God. I started praying. Like, yo, I didn't know the power of prayer until I entered university, because trust me, those sleepless nights, those long assignments, you start praying some earnest prayers, my friend. But you know what, everything that I've been through, as much as it wasn't pleasant during the time that I went through it, it has made me who I am today, and I am proud of the person that I am today. And I still have a far way to go. I'm not perfect. I don't read my Bible every day. I don't pray every day. I still listen to some songs that I shouldn't listen to. But it's a journey for me. It is really a process, and I really am working on it. And I'm just, you know, I want to encourage you that if you're working on it as well and you just don't feel like you're where you should be, do not be discouraged. Keep pushing forward. Keep praying. Keep having your worship. You know, if you only read your Bible once a week, you know, stick to that once a week, and it will grow. You will blossom in your relationship with God. I know it hasn't always been easy for me. You know, there are many times that I wanted to give up. There are many times that I doubted. And there's nothing detrimentally wrong with that. You know, as long as you come back to a place where, like, all right, God, show me, reveal yourself to me, work this out for me, let me know that you're real. And there's nothing wrong with asking God that. Nothing at all. Nothing at all is wrong. I'm not perfect. I'm still working on me. God's still working on me. And trust me, there are many things that I need to, you know, get aligned with the Spirit of God. But I just want to encourage you. It's not, you're never too far, God. It's never too late. God is always there, just waiting for you to reach out to you. And I hope my story, or what I've shared of my story, encourages you to, you know, keep the faith, keep going. God has not, and he will never give up on you. You are way too loved for that. And, you know, just remember that you are a child of a king, and he loves you more than anything. And, you know, he will walk those baby steps with you until you're ready to fully commit. So I hope you enjoyed my video for today. As always, remember that you are beautiful, you are loved, you are enough. I will see you next week Sunday for my next video.